Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be graphing inequalities on a number line. So we are going to be solving an inequality, and then whatever answer we get, we are going to then graph it on a number line. So let's see the rules of how to graph according to which sign we are using in the inequality, and then we can move on to our first question. So we have four signs that we use in inequality: the less than, the greater than, the less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So based on these signs, for these two signs, we are going to be using an open circle. So if the answer is m is greater than -4, m is greater than -4. So when we go to -4 here, we will put an open circle like this. We put an open circle for these two, and for these two we will put a full colored circle. So if the answer was m is less than or equal to -8, we would be putting a colored circle like this. So a colored circle for these two, for the ones that say equal to, and the ones that don't say that are just greater than or less than, then we are going to be using an open circle. Now if we are solving, we are also supposed to put arrows, since the answer for an inequality is not only one number, it keeps going on. So it says m is less than -8. So a number less than -8 would be -9, because -7 is greater than -8. So the arrow would be going this way, in this direction. And as for that one, we said that m was greater than -4. What we are going to do here, since -3 is greater than -4 and -5 is less than -4, we're going to be going in a direction in which the numbers are only greater than -4. So the arrow would be going this way. Since we are going to be going to the numbers that are greater than -4, so we'll be going this way, and if there are a number that is less than -4, then we will be going this way. So these are some things that we need to keep in mind, that for these signs less than or greater than, we're supposed to put an open circle, and for less than or greater than, but they have this line, meaning the whole name would be less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. These two, we will put a colored circle here. We have to also be mindful of the direction that we are going. So it says m is greater than -4, we will have to go to the side in which the numbers are greater than -4. And if it would say m is less than or equal to -4, then this would be a color circle, and the line would be going this way, because -5, -6, -7 are all less than -4. So now let's move on to our first question. So here we have our first question, and it says -3.4m is less than or equal to 17. So we will first solve this, and then we can graph it on our number line. In order to solve this inequality, we can rewrite this inequality first. The 3.4m is less than or equal to 17. No, we want the variable by itself here, so what we are going to do is we are going to divide both sides by -3.4 and -3.4. So here we will cancel out these. Now we will have only a variable here. And 17 divided by -3.4 is going to give us -5. Now, one thing that we need to keep in mind here is we have to look at the sign here. We have to see what number we are dividing both sides by. If it is a positive number, this sign will come down straight here. However, since this is a negative number, negative 3.4, that means when we write our answer, this sign is going to switch. So instead of saying less than or equal to, it's going to be greater than or equal to. So here we have our answer. It is m is greater than or equal to negative 5. We are going to now plot this number, so negative 5. First we have to look at the sign. So it says greater than or equal to, meaning it's going to be a colored circle. And negative 5 we have right here. So we are going to first put the circle. Now it says greater than negative 5. So numbers that are greater than negative 5 are going to be on this side. And the numbers that are less than negative 5 are going to be on this side. So meaning the arrow will go here, this way. So here we have our number line graph, which shows that m is greater than or equal to negative 5. When we put an arrow here, it means that it's going to go here forever. Meaning any value that is greater than negative 5 is going to work for this inequality. However, if we place the m with a number that's less than negative 5, if you run negative 7 or negative 9, it's not going to give us a true inequality. And since it says equal to, we can also replace it with a negative 5. Now let's move on to our second question. So now here we have our second question. It says 4s is less than 18. So now what we will have to do here is simple. We will just divide both sides by 4 as we did in the last question. We are going to divide both sides by this number to get the variable by itself. So divide both sides by 4 and these two cross out. So we will only have the variable by itself. Now we see that it is a positive number, so we will not change the direction of the sign. So it's going to come down the same way, and 18 divided by 4 is going to give us 4.5. So that is going to be our answer. S is less than 4.5. First we will have to find 4.5. We will have to find 4.5 first. So that number is going to be right in the middle of 4 and 5. We are going to put a circle here. We're not going to color in the circle. And then we are going to go, S is less than 4.5. So we're going to go in a direction in which the numbers are less than 4.5. So that side is going to be this side. And we're just going to draw it here. So that's going to be our answer for the second question. Now let's move on to our second question. It says r divided by negative 2.25 is greater than or equal to 7. So here we also want the variable by itself. And what we have to do here is we have to, since r is being divided by negative 2.25, so the inverse operation of division for division is going to be multiplication. So we are going to multiply r by negative 2.25. So we are going to rewrite this inequality. 2.25 is greater than or equal to 7. So we are going to be multiplying. We are going to be multiplying r by negative 2.25. And if we multiply r by negative 2.25, these two cross off, and now we have r by itself. We have to do the same here. We are going to multiply 7 by negative 2.25. Now if we multiply 7 by negative 2.25, we will get negative 15.75. As I said before, since we were talking about division in the first question, Now here we have multiplying by a negative number. So when we are multiplying by a negative number, we will also have to reverse the sign. So if we have here greater than or equal to, it's going to be less than or equal to negative 15.75. So we have this one thing we have to keep in mind, that if we are multiplying or dividing by a negative number, we have to make sure we switch this sign's direction. So here, now we are going to just plot it because we have our answer here. Now what? Negative 15.75. So here we have negative 15, this is going to be negative 15.25, 0.50, and this is going to be, now we have a less than or equal to sign, so it's going to be a full color circle. And it says r is less than or equal to negative 15.75. So numbers that are less than negative 15 are going to be on the left. The numbers that are greater than negative 15 are going to be on the right. So we are going to go on the left since we have r as a number as a variable which is less than negative 15. So it's going to go in the left direction. So that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you get the notification whenever our new video comes out.